Yeah, so apparently your cloud disk may not be red, or it's skipping and it takes a bit of a while to boot up here. So just sit back and wait, you know. It's the most wonderful time of the year. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully your holidays were great. I know mine were. Tons of food, friends, and family, so you can't really ask for much more. If you're anything like me over the break, you probably got hustled or finessed into doing something you didn't want to do, getting on board with something you didn't really buy into, and for me that was the Game Pass. You know, I have Switch Online, I have tons of retro video games, I have everything I wanted to play. I do not need more video games, I do not need to spend more money on nonsense. But alas, my brothers convinced me to get it, to run some multiplayer stuff, and you know, let's spend some time with them. So, all right, whatever, let's do it. $15 a month can't be that bad. When we downloaded it, there didn't seem to be that many great multiplayer games to play, though. So, what I want to do in this video is to take a deeper dive into what multiplayer games you should be playing if you own Xbox Game Pass. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. Hit the sub button, stay up to date with videos like this, and do the YouTube stuff. Share it, comment, like it, and send it to your dog's page, because any help is great. Without any further ado, let's get into what multiplayer games you should be playing if you own Xbox Game Pass. Alrighty, so for our first game, we're actually going to go with a bit of a sleeper pick, Golf with Your Friends. Now, before you judge the title, this is arguably the most rage-inducing, tilting, I want to snap my Power A controller in half game I've played in a very, very long time. It feels similar to your 8-ball pool type of game where you line up a shot, you have a power gauge, and you just let it rip. The thing is, there are all these different hazards on the map, there are different hills, the power gauge is seemingly arbitrary at times, jetpacks and nonsense, so like, it's not your straightforward mini golf game or regular golf game. There's a lot of things going on here, which makes for some very tilting gameplay experiences, especially when you're used to traditional games. But it is a ton of fun, and especially if you're the one on the other end of the skill level, seeing your opponents, your friends, really flounder and mess up these seemingly simple mini golf holes it's a joy. It is truly a joy. Golf with Your Friends, highly recommend playing it. Do not sleep on this one. Next up, we're gonna have Forza Horizon 5. Now, this one, I have to admit, when I first heard, yo, Sultan, hop on Forza, stuff's fire, I was excited. I said, great racing simulation game, love it. The nuances behind the cars, the intricate ways you have to handle it going into a curve, fantastic. And while this game does offer this, it's not the Forza I remember. To be honest, this one plays more like a Need for Speed kind of game, where the simulation is a bit toned down and the arcade slash fun is a bit jacked up, which is honestly is welcoming, you know. For anyone who's a bit more casual or just trying to jump into something, you don't need to know a whole lot to get going with this. They scale the cars pretty well, such that you can drive a lower level car and really get the hang of the game, and then scale up to higher level ones. You roll around in convoys or your online party, and you can enter races together, which is very sweet, very cool. Tons of cars to choose from, tons of customizations, and the game looks great. Nothing like driving your $1,000 car off of a cliff into the sand in 4K. So really enjoyed this one. Super tight gameplay, and if you're into cars, if you're into anything like that, or if you just want to take a bit of a breather from your first-person shooter games, highly recommend Forza Horizon 5. Play it with some friends, play it by yourself, it's great. And then family, you know, every single car game is now tied with Fast and Furious, so this game's mostly about family, regardless of what anyone says. Family. What would an Xbox multiplayer game video be if it didn't include at least one Halo entry? And for this one, we are going to take a look at Halo Infinite. This is what I believe to be Microsoft slash Halo's answer to the bigger free-to-play battle arena style games, but it has the traditional Halo spin to it. So you're going to be using your Halo weapons, you have access to all your Halo vehicles, and this is just a blast from the past for me. I haven't played any of the recent Halo games, so firing this one up just brings back old memories of jamming Halo at the cousin's house, playing with everyone, running around, sticking them with the knives, shooting some needlers, and chucking plasma grenades. You know, just a simpler time when everything was easy and nothing's too crazy. Cool part about this is that they adopt like the skin function, if you will, to the other games, so you can customize your Spartan. You saw someone running around with like a mohawk guy. You can do upgrades to your visors, different paints for your armor and stuff. So really cool to see this. And like I said, it's Halo, so one of the pioneers of multiplayer online games. Gotta pay homage to it. Have to respect it. Halo Infinite, check it out. Next up, we have DayZ, an open world, hardcore survival game. Very cool premise. You're shipwrecked, plane wrecked on an island, and you're starting off from absolutely nothing. So you're no weapons. You have very minimal clothing. I think you have like a plum and a glow stick or something. So apparently you're headed to a rave and you're shipwrecked or something. I don't know. The cool thing about this is that it isn't a typical multiplayer game where you all start together and you go run around and take out the other team. You really have to strategize around how you're gonna survive, meet up with your other teammates, and then start really working together. There's health gauge, there's water gauge, there's like blood gauge, so you can bleed out. I fell off like a ladder once. I broke my leg and like just had a miserable time. But really cool spin on the open arena type of games. I like the looting aspect of it. Your ability to like use all the things around you, very cool. And there are some like custom lobbies where they tweak the settings so you have like a limited sprint or something, or like access to these different things. So DayZ, gotta play it. Fun with friends. Also another game tilting. If you end up spending a lot of time putting into a character, and then someone from like I don't know randomly knocks you out and you lose everything, because that's the hardcore aspect of it. You lose everything, you start fresh again. Very tilting. So stay tilt free, my friends. Play DayZ. Our honorable mention. Very sad that we couldn't make this into an online experience, but we found a workaround for this. It's Fusion Frenzy, Microsoft's Mario Party. But again, it's just bringing back childhood stuff. These mini games are fantastic. Great, again, super tilting game if you're losing. One of the best feelings in the world if you're winning. Fusion Frenzy, gotta check it out. It's a local multiplayer, but if you have Discord, you can kind of set up a way where you can compete with like scores and stuff, or like try to mimic the in-person experience just over like a Discord server. So we've been messing around with that, trying to make it work. But sad this isn't like an actual online game, but had to include it. Multiplayer greatness. If you're local with people, play Fusion Frenzy. If you haven't, that's my ask for you right now. Play Fusion Frenzy and try to make it work if you can, because this game is great. Super fun game. Alright, and that's going to wrap it up for our multiplayer video. I wanted to keep it short, concise, straight to the point of some of the multiplayer games I've been playing with my friends and family. Let me know down below in the comments what games you've been playing, what should be on this list, and what I should check out moving forward. Again, I'm new to the Game Pass, but those are some of the games that I've been enjoying so far. Hit the sub button to know when we post more videos like this. If you own a Nintendo Switch, stay tuned and see which games you may have missed on the SNES Virtual Console.